world becomes your classroom, and there are no wrong answers. Unless you decide to be a serial killer, then therapy. What's up, fellow beings? Life as a whole is educational. That's why they call it the school of life. And to learn in life, you have to live life. It's the time of, in the words of Miss Frizzle, try things, make mistakes, get messy. I hope I did you justice, Frizz. It's trial and error and learning and making mistakes and messing up and trying again. That's how we learn, how we grow as individuals. And so in the description, I said that learning starts after you graduate. Because in our lives, from 5 to 18 for some, or 5 to 25 for others, I'm stopping at 25 because those who come back to school later or start school later have experienced some of the school of life. But for those of us who went from 5 to 18 or 5 to 25 in school, most of our lives has been preordained. You wake up, you go to school, you eat lunch, you go home, you do homework, and it's over and over again. There's not much time to explore or process or try many new things because life is pretty scheduled out. It's safe in some retrospect because you always know what's coming next. It's the next grade and the next grade. And there's a lot less fear in knowing that that's all expected of you is school. If you're like me in my experience where you're in school because it's what's expected of you to get a degree, because it's expected of you because of the notion that you need the piece of paper to make it further in life. Your whole focus is the next step once again. It's I'm gonna get this degree and then I'm gonna get a job and everything will continue being pre-planned. What happens though after you graduate, for I'm gonna say many of us, some who are lucky enough to get a job straight out of college in their field and explore, but even in the working world, you have your own responsibilities. You have bills to pay, you get a house, you have a mortgage, you have cars. It's a whole new ball game with no regulation. You're responsible for everything that you do. No one's looking over your shoulder to make sure you're doing the right thing. Of course, you have parents and friends you can consult with, but in the day, now it's completely your decision. I'm gonna say many of us been done with school, kind of thrown out in the world to fly, and it's time for you to figure out how to life. And in that free fall, it's when it really starts to discover who you are, what you want, what you don't want. You might figure out that what you thought you wanted, you didn't actually want. To use myself as an example, when I was in school, I changed majors 3 times. I transferred schools twice. And by the time I graduated, I was considering limbo. It completely knocked my socks off. I finished school and I had no idea what kind of job I was gonna get, how I would get the job, where to look, how to apply, and at some point I wasn't even sure if what I got a degree in was what I really wanted to do. I changed my mind multiple times. I didn't know what I was doing. I was confident in what I was doing. I did it over and over and over again. And each time I learned something new about myself and my wants and my desires, because we're constantly evolving beings, and I could change my mind in 2 months, or I could change my mind in 10 years, and we're allowed to do that. But the point I'm making is you learn the most about yourself when there's not someone there telling you how to live, or how to learn, or how to do, or what you should be doing. And being in the school of life gives you that. It's just people, and endless perspectives and mirrors of different views of life. You get to choose whether you want to accept that view or not, and it won't affect anything. It's just how you evolve. You try a bunch of jobs, you try a bunch of activities, internships, testing the field, just to get a taste, of trial and error. And please don't be afraid to fail. Failure isn't the end, it's a lesson that you can take with you and try again next time to get a little bit further than you did before. I know it's a broken record, but all these millionaires and billionaires talk about how the line between those who succeed and those who fail, or those who don't get up here, is your tolerance for failure. Whether you push past it and keep trying and figure out your mistakes, or you just give up because it's too hard. The thing about living life is that it's our life. Giving up is not an option. After you graduate, it's the opportunity to take things into your own hands. For some of us, for the very first time, it's the ability to try everything. There's things that life can teach you that a classroom can't. For starters, taxes, paying bills, mortgages. Please learn those things, probably before you graduate. Credit. Yeah, I'm not saying that you can only learn these things while outside of school. I am saying though that when you're outside of the school box, there's a lot less safety net. And if you've seen Batman, you know the scene I'm talking about. It's easier to make the big jumps when you know there's nothing there to catch you. Because the only option is to make it or fall on the ground. And either you're gonna fall hard, or you're gonna fall soft, or you're gonna catch yourself. It might sound scary, but sometimes that little fear of getting hurt is a good motivator for never wanting to fall that far. We have more control over our lives than we think. It's all a matter of, well, mind over matter. How willing you are to push yourself and believe in yourself and believe you can make those leaps. School does not teach you how to be an individual. School does not teach you how to live a human experience. It doesn't teach you how to be yourself and your wants and your values. You learn those on your own. Whether you're in a school environment or outside, those are things that you learn on your own. And when it's your future on the line, the amount of things you pick up is astronomical. Life is the best teacher because the lessons are individualized to you and your needs and what you want to get out of it. And if you want nothing out of it, they'll teach you that too. There are endless do-overs, so take advantage of it. People like to say life is short. I say life's only as short as you make it. It's only as short as the opportunities we don't take. So if you live in every moment and absorb every moment and feel every moment, it's a epic experience. And I mean literary epic, like the Odyssey. Very thick book. When learning in life, the goal is, when we graduate, to learn and pass on as much as we could. Our degree is the pride we take with us at doing our very best. This is about living your life by your means and no one else's. It's yours and no one else's. I'll stress that again. This is your life and no one else's. I can't say don't be afraid, because life can be scary, it's unknown. However, do not let the fear stop you from taking infinite chances. You will get infinite lessons, but they're all worth it. So step out into the world with your head high and a smile on your face and say, "Come at me, bitches." Even if you're crying, come at me, bitches. I believe in each and every one of you. I am proud of each and every one of you for how far you've come and how far you will go. Living life is an education experience that is unmatched. It is worth more than any piece of paper or any amount of money, which I guess is also paper. Any paper. It's the experiences and knowledge you will take with you forever, and no one can take it from you. I say the real learning happens after you graduate, because there's no rule book. Because in the world is when you see the things that you might have never seen before. Especially if you're in your 20s, it's okay to make reckless choices. It's actually kind of encouraged because you make the reckless choices now. Then later on with a little bit less leeway, you already know what not to do. Shout out to me at 18. Woo! Enjoy the experience. Be a sponge. Everyone's a teacher, so listen to all opinions and shuffle out the ones that resonate with you and the ones that don't. If you have any stories of things you've learned outside of school while just living your life, or any lesson you might have learned about yourself in school, anything that life has taught you that you feel like would help somebody else, please leave a comment in the comment section below. You know, we love a little chitty chat, a little chitty chat. If you come this far, my name is Kai, and if you have to come with me on this journey on how to life, especially if you're in your 20s, because life is life, then please subscribe and click the notification bell, and I will see you next week. Toodles!